So if I were to describe my year 2021, I would say new beginnings. I still remember the night of December 31st, 2020. I was in church for the crossover service, which is my yearly ritual, what I've been doing since I was young. I mean, you got to start the year right. Yes, it was a new year, 2021. Everyone was so excited about the new year. I was super excited about the new year. And of course, little did I know that the year had a lot in store for me.
Baking powder.
Oh yes, baking powder. Okay, let me go get that.
Baking powder.
So what else? Tell me, what else do we need?
We need sugar. I like banana. Banana's really healthy for you. And vegetables are good for you. Eat it all.
In January of 2021, I was going to be making a big move from Illinois to California for a new job. And don't miss. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go.
I didn't do it. I want more.
That's okay, Olivia. We don't want it to be too sugary.
Putting that down.
No,
No,
it's going to be too sugary. Okay, Sophie, mix, please.
I want to spray that.
It was a very, very busy period for me, but most of all, I was ensuring that I was making quality time basically enough time to spend with my nieces. So we baked together. We actually baked banana bread.
It's perfect.
Oh, awesome.
This is how you make banana bread.
Dahun is leaving, going to California.
Oh, to California?
Yes.
To Calumet.
No, I didn't say Calumet. I said California.
California? I'm going to miss you.
Olivia, are you going to miss Auntie Dahun, or are you happy that Auntie Dahun is leaving? Yeah, happy that Auntie Dahun is leaving.
Yeah.
Wow. Sophie, so I guess it's only you I'm going to miss. I actually taught one of my nieces, Sophia, a dance choreography. And we did a dance together before I Let Go by Beyonce. It was really fun, and it was a lot of things going on. Of course, I was packing. I was also prepping to ship my car. It was a busy period. I remember my flight to California was January 10th. So a few days prior to my trip, I believe around January 6th, I started braiding my hair. I actually braided my hair myself, so that's why I chose to start early to give myself time to finish up before my trip. And aside what I was doing in preparation for my trip, my siblings in parallel were planning a send-forth party for me. In my opinion, there was just something really fishy about the send-forth party, and I will tell you that this is subject to debate. My siblings are always arguing with me that, oh, there was nothing fishy, oh, whatever. But I felt there was something fishy about the send forth party. I guess it's really because January was not going to be my first time leaving Illinois. Right, I have left Illinois to move to Austin, Texas. I have left Illinois to move to Iowa. I've also lived in Oklahoma before, so I was really wondering, okay, everyone is making a big deal about the send forth party. Even my boyfriend at that time was asking me, oh, what should I wear for your send forth party? I'm like, typically you don't even ask me for what you should wear. So that was like one, should I say flag or red flag, whatever, but I was like, okay, this is interesting. His friend also reached out to me. He's like, oh, what snack should I bring for your send forth? I'm like, okay, there's so much going on, right? There's so many interesting things or questions that you all are asking me. What exactly is going on with this send forth party? I told you I started braiding my hair like around the 6th of January, and as the send forth party quote unquote approached, there was just so much pressure for me to finish my hair. So for example, earlier in the day of January 9th, I went to my niece's bathroom to wash their bathroom. And then my sister, my brother's wife, walked in and she's like, okay, Dahun, leave this bathroom, stop washing it, thank you so much, go and finish your hair. I'm like, I'm leaving tomorrow, I really want this bathroom to be clean before I leave. And she's like, Dahun, go and you have to be ready for your party. And I'm just like, why is there so much pressure? But anyways, I was really excited. I was excited I was going to be, having a memorable time with my family. My friends were also going to be coming. So I was excited about that. So let's fast forward to later that evening. So two of my friends from Chicago came in. They were all dressed up. Also, my boyfriend at that time, his older brother and his family came to the house as well, which I thought was a little strange because it was already late and I know that his older brother lives far away. Some other people came by and they were all upstairs. My hair was actually about, I think I was quarter way to finishing, and she kept on putting pressure on me, and I was like, I have visitors upstairs, and I had told her, you know what, I'm going to leave this braid so that I can go upstairs to meet the visitors. I don't want to keep people waiting. She's like, they will be fine, just finish up your hair. It was just so weird. But fast forward, she ended up having her way. I went upstairs to be with the family, and we're all having a good time. It was a really, really great moment. I was so happy to see everyone, but I just did not understand why there was so much pressure for me to get my hair done. But eventually we started doing farewell messages because, like I mentioned, I was going to be leaving. My brother went first.
I can actually remember the day that Dahun was born, and she was crying very vigorously.
Wow.
Like, I was so nervous that I will ask my mom, I'll be like, Mommy, this was in the hospital. I'm like, Mommy, she's crying now. Like the capillaries on her cheeks were like would be showing like veins on her forehead. I was nervous. You know, that same agidi that she had from birth is the same agidi that she has been using up until today.
After my brother finished his message, my twin sister went next.
I'm going to miss you. I'm sure Sophia and Olivia would miss you. I'm sure Tommy would miss you. I'm sure Dara would miss you as well. Dara, you can come and join us so that you won't feel lonely. I know you guys have been together all your life.
What's going on?
Just as a support, come and
Dara, go and join.
Yeah.
I got you from.
And then we'll do group hug. Those are my two babies.
Yeah.
My first experience as a dad.
Wow, like she came here was about 4 years ago, and she really posed a lot because she invaded my privacy. And I'm thankful for how our relationship, and thankful for all the milestones that witnessed and viral. I was the person that initiated it. Captured this, I was that initiated it.
You mean you forced it?
Even when she didn't believe it. Something about
Dara believed it.
If not for Dara.
Even me, I said, Maria is too spiritual for you.
and according to Bible, she was too carnal.
I agree. Me too, I thought the same thing. No.
But being a woman of the spirit that I am already.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I was able to also witness the whole process.
So we are going to meet Auntie Dahun.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, Dara, you have to deal.
She did hers, and when she was about to returning to her seat, he basically was telling my twin sister Dara to stay there and not to go back to her seat, even though she was done with her farewell message. And next thing, my boyfriend at that time. I keep saying my boyfriend, but Bayo, let me say Bayo. Bayo stepped forward, gave a message, a very sweet message. He was tearing up, even though according to him, he would say he wasn't tearing up. And next thing, my sister's boyfriend, who was also at the quote-unquote send forth party, was also there. He stepped forward. And before I knew it, to cut the long story short, my boyfriend and my sister's boyfriend went down on their knees at the same time, and they both proposed to us.
On that note, Mario, I have something to tell you too.
I was, like I already said, I knew there was something up about the send forth party. I'll be honest, yes, I was really excited about the proposal. I was a little bit shocked. I mean, I knew something was coming. I was a little bit shocked. And of course, I did not expect that my twin sister and I will get engaged, will get proposed to on the same day.
It's really amazing the things we've been able to achieve together, even just dating. And I know God wants to use us to touch this generation. And I just have one question for you. Do you want to do this journey with me?
There's still one more now. There's still one more. Don't keep him waiting that long.
Yes, it was. I mean, it's super exciting. And I then looked to the corner of the room, and then on the computer was all my friends, my close friends, and the people that were dear to me. I saw all of them on Zoom. I was in shock. I was so happy. Like all my friends from all parts of the world, of course, other parts of the United States, in Nigeria, in the UK. I was honestly so happy. But and man, I'm so grateful to God, because it was indeed a great way to start my year 2021. Like, come on, this was just January 9th, and all of these things were going on. But like I mentioned, there was just so many things that were just fishy, because I know prior to the proposal, my brother had asked me to bring my camera, that he wanted to just check something out. And I saw he was also setting up some lights in the corner of the room. So I'm like, what exactly is going on? Well, it was a great moment. If I was to talk about how did I feel? Man, it was mixed emotions. I definitely shed a few tears. I cried. I was happy. I mean, I was happy. And of course, we knew that we had a wedding to plan. Not just the typical wedding, but a double wedding. The morning of my flight to California, my older sister, that's my brother's wife, walked into the room, and she's like, "You all are trending on the blogs. You're trending on Linda Ikeji." I woke up, I saw hundreds of new followers on Instagram, and a ton of messages. It was a lot. I was surprised that how did these blogs even get the video about the proposal, because the proposal was a very small proposal, nothing too extravagant. We didn't even get a professional videographer or photographer. It was all in our living room, like nothing serious. Then later that day in the afternoon was finally the time for my flight to California. I was actually so glad that I wasn't going to be traveling by myself to California. So apparently my boyfriend, or let me say my fiance then, My twin sister, her fiance as well. The four of us actually went to California together, so they came with me, which made things so beautiful. So I wasn't feeling so lonely. It was just a great time. We entered the apartment, so we had an apartment tour. We're so excited about how beautiful the apartments looked. 3 of them actually stayed with me for roughly 2 to 4 weeks in California. So we did a lot of amazing things like going hiking. I went hiking for the first time in 2021. I also visited the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, California, and we did a lot of really amazing things. So it was really a great time, and we built a lot of exciting memories. Since we're all together, we actually spent some time discussing plans for the wedding. My twin sister had her virtual introduction. The introduction is basically when the 2 families, the family of the bride and the groom, officially meet each other. Of course, they've met each other in the past, right? But this is when they like formally meet each other. So she had her introduction, I believe it was January, and my introduction was sometime in the spring of 2021. Literally, majority of the year was spent planning the wedding.
Dress. Like I see you and like how pretty you look, and then the dress. Where the other ones I was just like looking at the dress.
It's a lot of dress.
Yes. But like the train is really pretty because you've got these appliques.
Yes, a double wedding is like a fairy tale. It's the idea of a double wedding is beautiful, but I'll be honest that it did come with some challenges, because my twin sister and I have different personalities. I'm more outgoing and extravagant. She's more on the reserved side. So there were lots of times that I would say, oh, I want our wedding to be wow. Like I actually wanted a Wakanda theme at a point, but then she told me it was too much for her. So we actually had to spend a lot of time trying to, basically plan a wedding that would meet each person's desire. Another challenge we had to walk through was when to do the wedding. Are we going to do the wedding in 2021 or are we going to do it in 2022? My sister really wanted us to do the wedding this year, and which is understandable because she and her fiance at that time had been doing long distance relationship for a long time, for I believe it was about 5, close to 6 years. So I guess her idea was that, okay, we've been doing long distance for a long time, I want us to get married as soon as we can. However, for me, I was willing to wait to 2022, of course, because of COVID. And I knew that COVID came with challenges in terms of travel bans, difficulties in getting visas. So for example, a lot of my family members didn't have visas. Aside that, my best friend from high school, who was supposed to be my maid of honor, was living in the UK, and there was a travel ban for UK tourists into the US. So I knew that, okay, if we waited till 2022, all of these restrictions and complications with getting visas will be mitigated, right? To be a better situation for everyone. So I really wanted us to wait. So there was also a clash with my sister and I on when we should do the wedding, but eventually we ended up deciding to do the wedding in 2021. Of course, I'm usually the twin that compromises. Even though there are challenges that come with doing a double wedding, there are also blessings, right? Because by doing the double wedding, it's really helped, because as opposed to just 2 people and of course the family planning the wedding, we had 4 people planning the wedding, so we're able to help each other out, and it made the process really great, and we learned a lot from the experience. We did the typical thing, which is like the engagement photo shoots. My boyfriend, I keep on saying boyfriend, my fiance at that time and I also did an engagement video shoot where we did a dance drama to this song called Chi Chi by Naira Marley. Oh my god, we didn't really start practicing our dance steps until a few days prior to the video shoot, so there were lots of bloopers, lots of mistakes we made during the actual shoots, but I'm super glad that the video came out very good eventually. Our traditional wedding was on Friday, October 29th of this year, while our white wedding was on Sunday, October 31st of this year. Like I mentioned, both events were a double celebration. So my twin sister and I did our traditional wedding together and also the white wedding together. I was so happy during that period. Words cannot express the joy that filled my heart during our wedding period. Aside the fact that I was going to be starting, should I say, a new life? Or, I mean, basically starting something new with Bayo, because we had grown together in so many ways. So I was really so excited about and I am still excited about what the future holds for us. Aside that, I was super excited that I was seeing my parents again. I had not seen them for, I believe, over 2 years. I was sad that a lot of my family members were not able to make the wedding, but overall I'm still grateful that everything was great. I'm still grateful for the memories that we built. I'm also grateful for my friends, especially our bridesmaids, who were so helpful throughout the period, waking up at maybe 6 a.m. to check to ensure that Dara and I had eaten before either a traditional wedding or our white wedding ceremony, bringing food for us. And it was just a great time. Of course, I had a lot of choreographies during the reception. We had a father-daughter dance where we danced to Kopoke. And definitely it was interesting during the practice. I had to teach my daddy all these dance steps.
And then after that is now this 1, 2, then I'm a pause, 2, then 1, 2, then pause.
Where did this idea come from, Papa? Kí ni bàbá wa máa ṣe lẹ́yìn ẹgbẹ́ tí bàbá ń ṣe gbogbo wọn yẹn? Ìjọ Sànní ni bàbá ń jó yìí o.
I love my dad because he's so open to all these things, and it was really interesting. And also my husband and I, Bayo, we also had our choreography. It's so funny that even though I had been practicing the dance, I literally forgot a portion of the dance during the reception. Also, my bridesmaids, we were supposed to do a dance to Mona Lisa. My friend, shout out to Timmy, she already constructed a choreography for us. However, we didn't have enough time to practice. We had to cancel the dance. It was really a great one. I had a lot of fun. Not everything worked out as we planned. And this is just something a lot of people told us, like our wedding planner, wedding coordinator, that don't expect that everything would go as planned. And even if things don't go as planned, it's okay. Enjoy the moment. I'll be honest, I can mention so many things that we had planned for that did not happen that day. Even the fact that we planned for the wedding to start on time. The wedding was to start at 3, but eventually it ended up starting at 4, which wasn't fun because it caused a ripple effect, which wasn't great. So we're not able to do as many fun things as we had planned for the reception. We didn't even get to take a picture in the empty reception hall. And even aside that, there were also things regarding the setup that was different from what we had planned for, because we were surprised. But most of all, I was so happy to be starting this journey of a lifetime and building so many memories to look back on. It was, I would say, 2021 so far. 2021 was great. Aside the wedding being a major testimony and highlight of this year, some other big testimonies as well this year was that, number one, my husband and I actually secured our first multi-unit real estate property. which is huge because we had been on this journey for a long time. In terms of other things I'm grateful for in 2021, my sister got into her PhD program. This was a thing of joy for me because the past few years, it seems like there's been one setback or the other in terms of her having challenges in getting her work authorization. There were some other challenges that came along the way. Even when she was applying for PhD programs, she also got rejections. But I'm super grateful that despite all the setbacks, she ended up getting admission into a good PhD program with her tuition fully waived, as well as other scholarships. So I'm really glad we ended up securing something this year. So that's why when I said if I were to describe my 2021, I would say new beginnings, because aside the new house, there's also someone super dear to me that also got a new job this year, which was also really huge because this person had been searching for so many years and there was just so many rejections. And it's actually got to a point that I was talking to this person and he kept on telling me about how he felt a little discouraged because it seemed like things were not working out as he planned. But I'm just super grateful to God that we didn't give up and we kept going. And I'm so glad that the job came. And this should really be an inspiration to someone out there, because it reminds me of the story of Job, when Job lost everything. I'm talking about Job in the Bible. But in Job chapter 42, it then talks about how God restored Job and gave him a double of what he had before. Because there may be times in your life that you'll be feeling like, oh my God, time is going. There are a lot of times we have a vision for where we want to be at a certain point in our lives. And there are times things don't always go as planned. But I'm just so grateful that we actually felt we were restored, because despite all the setbacks during the job search process, this job came and it was indeed a good job. So I'm talking to someone out there, do not lose hope in 2022, because I'm very confident that a lot of things that you feel you may have lost in 2021 will be restored a double portion. So I just want to use this moment to say a happy new year to everyone, and I know that 2022 is going to come with so many great things and so many new beginnings for you. Happy New Year.